Hey everyone, today's review is going to be on some sunscreens that I have here. So, sunscreen for folks with melasma is something very important to either keep your melasma away or keep it from getting darker. And so in research that I've been doing, there's a lot of conflicting information out there, of course. And so a lot of people suggest mineral sunscreens. These are all chemical. And the reason I chose chemical, or that I'm trying chemical, is because the PPD rating, which is something that is important to help with keeping melasma away, is, I'm hearing or reading, that is much more important than what a mineral sunscreen can offer. And so that's why I've chosen the chemical route. So these are all chemical. The other thing too is that sunscreens here in the US are not as protective as those found in other countries. So like this one is an Asian Japan sunscreen, and then these two I believe are European, which in those countries, they have different ratings where they really have ratings for UVA rays, which is really important, again, from keeping melasma at bay. And so, like in Japan, and we'll just start off with this one. So this is Biore UV, got this off of Amazon. In the Asian countries, they have what's called a PA rating. So what you want to look for is the one with the most pluses, which 4 is the highest, which means that it has a really high UVA rating. It's at least 16, which isn't like super high compared to the other ones I'll show you, but it's at least that. So we don't know if it's more or not, and we just know that it has a really high UVA rating, which is what you're looking for, because UVA is what causes the pigmentation, and so you want to protect yourself against higher pigmentation, where UVB also you want to protect yourself from burning. So that's what the UVB rays do. Anyhow, this one here, so I really like this one. And you'll see here, this is the consistency here. It's a little bit between creamy and watery, and it does have a high alcohol content, and you can really smell it when you put it on, so you need to be okay with that. But the nice thing is that it doesn't leave a greasy or oily look, which I really liked, and it doesn't pill, which also is really nice. Whether I put on a light layer of moisturizer, it still doesn't pill, which is, again, a nice option there. But again, it's the alcohol, as soon as you put it on, that smell is very strong. And so you need to be okay with that. No white cast whatsoever. So that's really great as well. Now, the next one, this one, in my research found that this has like a PPD of in the 50s, so it's one of the highest. And you'll see here, this is like these stars, and this UVA sign here means that it's a high UVA protection. And I got this one off of Amazon. I did get the Biore off Amazon as well. And so this one here again has like one of the higher PPDs, and let me show you here. This one is more of a thicker consistency. So you'll see it's kind of like a regular, I guess, your body sunscreen. I mean, this is a body sunscreen actually. They have a face fluid one, which I couldn't find. So I wanted to try this because it does have such a high PPD. And I think it would be a good summer option, but not an everyday because it is thick. It doesn't leave a white cast once you rub it in, but it is very greasy. Even if I gave it like 30 minutes to settle, I just looked super greasy all day long, all over my face. Also, if I put any moisturizer at all, it does pill. So I didn't like that. When I tried to reapply, I had so much pilling that I had to take a brush to my face and brush off all the pilling that was going on. I did try to use it without moisturizer, and there was almost no pilling at all. So that's how oily or greasy this is that you don't need moisturizer. So if you're gonna try this one, I would say it's fine if you have if you're okay not using moisturizer. There's no fragrance to it, which is nice. And again, to me, because this has that high PPD, I would use this on extremely sunny days, or definitely like a beach day or whatnot, where I'm not wearing any makeup, because it will give you that high protection that you want from pigmentation. And lastly, I got this Bioderm. This one here I got off a UK website, I think, or a website that sells UK products, where again, in those other countries, they just have better sunscreen. So in this one here, they have this circled UVA. I don't know if you can see it there. And that circle around the UVA means that 1/3 of this is made with UVA protection, so which means it's a very high UVA protection. In my research, I think this one only had not saying only because it's pretty high, PPD of around somewhere in the 30s, where again this one was like in the 50s. But so it's still pretty good protection. There's an orange version, so this one is the sensitive skin version, but the orange version has, I think, a PPD of somewhere around 50, so it's very, very high. And I think just buying from those other countries, they just have better sunscreen than we do here in the US. So this one here again is a lot more watery, and it is called aquafluide, so it's like fluidy, which is really nice consistency. Sorry, it's like on top of this other sunscreen, so it doesn't seem like it, but it's a good thin watery consistency, and it does rub into the skin well. No white cast whatsoever. It's maybe a little bit greasier than this one, and that's probably because this has so much alcohol in it, but I think it would be good under makeup still, whereas this one is just too greasy under makeup, I think, unless you have like super dry skin. So again, I think I got it off skincolor.net. I'll put the link in the description. But yes, I hope that these 3 will help you in your buying decision and your search for the sunscreen that works best for you, and that help you with your melasma if you have it. Again, look for that high PPD or this high UVA or PA rating here. And again, I really suggest looking at sites where they sell sunscreens that are available from the UK, or maybe even in Asia as well. Lots of sunscreens out there, I know, so it's a lot of big decisions to make. So I hope this helps with your buying decision, and thanks a lot. Bye.